GeeksforGeeks has a challenge for you, the 390 challenge. Choose what you want to learn in 2024 and aim to complete at least 90% of the course in the next 90 days. And if you do that, you get back 90% of what you paid for the course. We believe you can do that. Now all you got to do is commit to your success, commit with GeeksforGeeks. GeeksforGeeks has a challenge for you, the 390 challenge. Choose what you want to learn in 2024 and aim to complete at least 90% of the course in the next 90 days. And if you do that, you get back 90% of what you paid for the course. We believe you can do that. Now all you got to do is commit to your success, commit with GeeksforGeeks.
Hi and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today, me and Ambuj is here to have a session with you all. So before we start off, let Ambuj introduce himself. Can we have a quick introduction, Ambuj?
So my name is Ambuj Kumar, and I am expert on code forces and 5-star on Code Chef and a mentor at Geeks4Geeks.
Okay, so I would like to introduce myself. Hi and good evening. I'm Siddharth Hazra. Currently, I'm an SD at Geeks for Geeks. Besides that, I'm a candidate master at Code Forces. And let's start off. Today, we would be talking about what basically like we would visit our back old days when we were grinding very hard to get a very high ranking to we were willing to improve a lot in competitive programming, and how what was our schedule, what was our mindset, what are the different ways we kind of discovered to improve and whatnot. So this is all about a day in life of a competitive programmer. So basically this is, so if you are here for a blog or something where I would be just screencasting you the whole scenario, that is not true. We would be revisiting our back old days. Okay, like Ambuj is a recent pass out. He's a 2024 graduate, and I'm a 2023 graduate. So it has been few years. I have left competitive programming, and you are still doing
Yes,
competitive.
I'm still doing.
Okay, and he is still doing competitive programming. So we would have a kind of mix of both. And let's start off. Can I have a quick yes or no for the people who are already up and running? So if the audio and all is still fine enough, let me just check if the audio and the rest of the stuffs are good enough. So we would be talking about. Okay, fair enough. So this is working fine. So you can ask up your doubts in the comment section, and then we would be moving forward. Okay, so Ambuj, let's start off. So how did you got introduced yourself to the thing known as competitive programming?
So I was like in my college in my second semester. So
Which college you are from?
I'm from MSIT, Maharaja Suryavarman Institute of Technology, that is in Janakpuri, Delhi.
Okay.
So I was in my second semester, and I got to introduced by like we need to do DSA to in order to get some good placement. Okay. So
Okay.
I started first off by learning C++, starting first by learning language C and then C++, because in my
Who
12th,
introduced you to that? Who told you that yes, DSA is necessary, and for that you need to do?
like my friend which is my senior, and he was my old friend back in my school days.
Okay.
So he told me like you have to do DSA and all this stuff, so in order to get some good placement.
Okay.
So he told me to do some learn some language like C or C++ or Java, Python. So I decided to start with C, and then I learned C++, then I learned DSA. And then I practiced some questions on lead code, such as like I had practiced I think 400 problems on lead code at first, and I think a month in order to improve myself. So then then I moved I think I was back then. I think I was when I solved 400 problems. I was in
Where did you start solving problems?
I think I started solving problems my third third or fourth semester, I started solving problems on lead code.
Okay.
I think I in December 2022, I think.
Okay.
And then I started solving problems in lead code. Then I got to know about my college senior, and he's also candidate master, and he's in very good MNC.
Okay.
And so I got to know about the competitive programming through him.
Okay.
Then I started solving problems on CodeChef. Then first I started with CodeChef, then I moved to Codeforces.
Okay, fair enough. So what I did was I went out to, like, initially I was doing some of the JS stuffs or HTML CSS stuff, and then I went forward to my senior and I was showing him off. And then I saw him that he was making some of the test cases. Back then I didn't really knew what do you mean by test cases or something. And he was the admin of a contest that happens in our college.
Okay.
And then he told me that why don't you do this? A person from your batch is doing really well.
Okay.
So back in those days, I thought that yes, this person is gaining recognition out of this, so I should also do this. Like in our first year, we kind of run behind recognition or a validation that yes, people should know us. And then what I did was I started off with something known as Java because I belong from an ICSE background. I started off with Java, then slowly and gradually, because the CP culture or the DSA culture was a little low in my college. So I was really not able to find support through my friends. And I was relying heavily on the solutions that were out there to learn. And then I found out that yes, Java, back on those days, many people, like majority of the people were only coding with C++. Minority of the people used to code in Java or Python. Like this is what has happened. Then I switched back to C++.
Okay.
And I started off with A2OJ.
A2OJ, okay.
Okay.
I know A2OJ ladder.
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, like it is very old. Like the person who has started off like 1 or 2 years
I
before.
think it is 10 years back then.
Yes, someone created. So I told him that where I can find some questions, and then he told me that solve.
In fact, is like I also started my CP journey with the A2OJ. Like someone told me that if you want to improve, so start solving 800 ladder of A2OJ. Then I started solving the 800. I solved, I think, 50 to 60 problems of 800. Then moved to 900. Then solved them. Then I felt like these problems are very easy. Then I moved to C2 ladders.
Okay.
That is created by my senior.
Okay.
So I then started solving those problems, and those were like challenging ones for me back then when I was starting the CP.
Okay, like if you observe, like the level of the contest that is happening out there, उसमें अभी कुछ अच्छे खासे advanced concepts use होते हैं. Like if you look back in Div 3 earlier, like 3 or 4 years back, it was a kind of comparatively very easy. If you look at the questions of like A2OJ or something, like this is what used to happen. And then we moved forward. Now, what you like when you got, like you are introduced to now CP, and now your aim is to become good. So what was your daily schedule in that? Like did you really do?
Like I think I started CP in my fourth semester, I think in Jan 2023, I think. Jan or May, I think March or April. I don't care. I created my Codeforces account. And previously, before creating my Codeforces, I was doing contest on CodeChef.
Okay.
I was 4-star there.
Okay.
Then in a month, I think I reached specialist. So my daily routine was like I had to go college for a month, and then after I never went there. Okay. So my daily routine was like to solve at least 3 to 4 problems in order to maintain consistency.
Okay.
So I think if you look at my Codeforces profile, you would see there is a 90 to 100 days green.
Okay, range. Continuous.
So continuous. So that was the range. I think in that range I have solved 1,000 problems.
Okay.
1,000, or I'm saying much. I think 500. Let's say 500.
Okay.
5 problems per day.
Okay.
I think 500 would be enough because in a year I have solved 1,000 problems.
Okay. How did you select the question? Like on one bit.
Like my what I have been told that if you want to let's say solve some problem in contest like of rating X, then you should practice that rating X 100 problems of that rating.
Okay.
Let's say if I'm targeting problems of reading 1800. Okay.
Okay.
Then I should be practicing 100 problems.
Okay.
Then so back then I was like, I was not on I was 1400, so I was practicing 1400, 1500, 1600.
1400 specialist as
I
in
was
Faraday.
1400 in 1 month
Okay.
when I started on core forces.
Okay.
And then I started to prepping for practicing for expert.
Okay.
So I started solving for 1400. I became comfortable. Then I 1500, then 1600.
Okay.
Then I think in a 9 month I got to reach expert.
Okay. Okay. Understood. So, you selected problem based on the rating that you
Yes.
want to achieve.
Yes.
So let's say a person is a newbie in code
Okay.
forces. That is 800, I suppose,
Okay.
as far as I remember. And he wants to reach specialist.
Okay.
So will he directly target 1400, or what is the scenario? Like,
No.
what do you think?
Like in my case, what I did to reach specialist was I feel I have not done nothing, like, because before starting code forces I had 400 buffer of lead code problems, then 400 problems buffer of code chef problems.
Okay.
And then I think there was 200 300 buffer of code forces problem of 800 900 and 1000.
Okay.
Okay, so I think one should practice, like if you want to reach 1400, then you should be able to solve 1400 problem 1400 rated problem at least in a 10 to 15 minutes. For that you should be able to solve 1400 rated problem,
Okay.
and you should practice below this.
So what I suppose if your rating is 800,
Yes.
so you should practice the question which is 100 or 200 plus.
Yeah,
Like the same
I
thing.
agree with this.
Other way
Yes.
around. Yep. So then what, like
Like
if
you should be able to go in the order. Like I missed the part, like I went in the order.
Yep.
I jumped directly, like I solved 1400.
Yep, I think so. So yep. So the next thing. Yep, you used to solve 4-5
Yes.
questions in a day.
Yes.
And this is the ordering, like this is how you used to select the questions.
Yes.
So I got an idea. But what was your day schedule? Like, when did you used to wake up? When did you start solving problems? And how did you manage a contest and then like college stuff and your personal life? How did you manage?
So I think when I was practicing for experts, so I used to set 5 to 6 hours for practicing.
When? At what time
Like
of the day?
I used to wake up at 12.
Okay.
Every programmer wakes up at that time, and then I do all my stuff, and then I start solving problems at 3.
Okay.
Then it goes till I think 12 p.m. I do other stuff also at solve problem also, like it is mix.
Okay.
And then at 12, after 12, I think I had practiced some development stuff. I was
Okay.
practicing side by side some development stuff.
Okay. So how much time did you, like, what was the upper limit to invest in a particular question? Or did you have any upper limit or not?
Like I had upper limit, like I thought for at least half an hour.
Okay.
Like I was thinking for I also if I'm practicing some problem, I think for at least half an hour. I try every approach that I have in my mind, and if none of that works, I definitely look for a tutorial, because there is no point of thinking it's my choice. Or it's
So
my
what I used to do is, like, if you ask my daily routine, so I used to wake up a little early because I have a working parent. So
Yeah.
like they have the concept that you should wake before
Yeah.
we go. So what I used to do was I used to wake up when they would go out, and then I used to roam here and there, do my regular stuffs, and then I used to sit after my breakfast. Okay. And then I used to do it till 9 or till 7:30.
Okay.
Okay.
You started at when?
Like I start at around 10:30 or 10.
10:30 or 10. Okay. So you
Okay.
wake up at 6.
Like I wake up at around 6 or 6:30.
Okay,
Like
nice.
because my mother and father used to go out.
Okay.
So I had the compulsion. Like they used to sleep early. So they had to like they made me sleep early too, and they made me wake up early too. And I was back in those days I was also into fitness, so I used to go out. So that used to happen. So after that point, where like I used to do till 7:30. Why? Because during that time, still today,
Mhm.
most of the contests start at 8.
Yes.
So that is why I end my study session at 7:30,
Yes.
give a break of 30 minutes,
Mhm.
and then I used to regularly solve. Like this part is religious. I would do it every day. Like I would do grind for 8 to 10. Like to have that contest solving attitude. Okay, I used to do every day. Either if a contest is going on, I would do it. If a contest is not going on, I would give a old contest to just like sprinting kind of thing at the end of the day. This is what I did. Okay. Now the very next thing is, like, if a person is very new to this, he would be asking, like, just a sec. Yeah. So if a person is new, so what are the mistakes you did in your journey? Like you think that yes, I made this mistake. If I hadn't made this mistake, I would have been a little bit above what I am today.
I think my mistakes were like in the starting phase. I was looking at tutorials way too early.
Okay.
Like if I was not getting anything, I would like to see the tutorials.
Okay.
I was not giving a thought,
Okay.
and I think that costed me like 9 months for expert. That was too
Okay.
much.
Okay. And anything else? What are the other?
And other things like also like I can't remember. Like, can you tell yours?
Like, yep, like what I remember is like when I started off, I saw a course. Okay. Like I started off from arrays and I went till dynamic programming. I just watched the whole course in 2x. Then I again watched a second course in 2x. Okay, I used to watch videos like hell. Okay, I used to binge watch courses, but I was not able to write a single code. And because, like, if you just sit over a laptop and you're watching, like, you can't watch for a very longer period of time if you're not moving. Like, it's hardly 1 or 1.5 hours. Okay, so it costed me around 5 or 6 months of complete wastage.
I think if I watch some tutorial, my mind goes somewhere else.
Yep.
My mind goes, so I'm not able to watch tutorials. So I prefer to read because I'm using my brain to read
Yeah.
them. So I think
Text over video.
yes, I prefer text over video. And another thing is like what I'm not remembering. I think one mistake I have also made, that I have not practiced like I have not taken any course. Like I think if I had taken any course, I had improvement much more. Like I was practicing some problem, I was getting some new concept, then I was learning. This was my like plan. I think it worked also, and I think it didn't work also.
Okay.
Because let's say if I knew some DP before that problem, then I would have definitely tried that.
Okay.
So I think this was also like a mistake, my mistake.
Okay. And talking about my second mistake, the second mistake was that if you talk about the code forces problem or that coder problem to be specific, if you don't have a pen and paper with you and you're not doing a rough work, you would think that yes, this problem can't be solved.
Yeah.
This is the first realization I had after 15 or 20 days.
Okay.
Like I heard somewhere out there that yes, you need a pen and paper to visualize.
My mistake is also this. Like I never use, like I barely use pen and paper.
Okay.
Like I try to solve it in my mind. Like
Okay.
I back in my JE days, I
Okay.
was solving math problem in my head only.
Okay.
So that is I think that is also my mistake.
Okay.
But now I try, like if I visualize something, I write it down on my paper, and that helps me a lot. Like
Yeah.
recalculating also.
Like what is the idea? Like what happened from this point to this point, and then having visualizing the test case.
Like earlier what I did, I visualize something, then I am thinking now something else, and I forgot that thing. Now if I write that thing, I will not forget definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So, and this third mistake, which I think I did a lot, was I was trying to over optimize my local coding environment. Like I was like I really know more than 20 setups out there. I did Vim, I did Sublime coding, I did VS Code with multiple extension, I did online editor, I did IntelliJ, I did everything, Eclipse and all everything. But I think instead of trying to set up a good desk, I should have just started working on it. Like I wasted a lot. Like whenever it is night, I'm done with my studies. What I used to do is I used to just sit back and watch the editorials how to set up a good coding environment. So I just thought that someone would give me a magic wand and I would implement very
That
fast.
it was like to flex among
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friends.
Like it was like it used to flatter me a lot. Okay. And like who are you like what you used to do? Like let's say you solved a problem. Like
Yes.
you gave a contest.
Mhm,
Like there are two outcomes out of it.
mhm,
Either you are happy that yes, I have today I would be having a positive delta to my rating.
mhm,
Let's keep that aside because it is a minority scenario. Let's tackle say this that you have a negative delta.
mhm.
So what you do after the contest? Like what is your mindset after the contest?
My mindset was like I will get the positive result in my next contest.
Okay, like it's simple. Like
Yes.
okay, so
Negative
what
negative is what I will get positive in next. No worries.
okay, so what happened was I used to do this
Mhm,
in the first 1 or 2 months, but then I became a little bit aggressive and then I started punishing myself. That if I get a negative delta,
mhm.
I won't skip contest, and if I get a negative delta, I would punish myself with 10 questions.
Okay.
Okay,
That is a nice strategy. I will also follow that.
like it happened a lot. Like I learned lately
Okay.
that if you start punishing your brain,
Mhm,
okay, like if you train your brain that yes, for 30 minutes I would think, and after 30 minutes I would see the editorial.
mhm,
So on the initial days, it would happen that yes, you are thinking,
mhm.
but after I think 20 or 30 days, it would happen that your brain now knows that yes, after 30 minutes he would see the editorial.
Mhm.
So why to waste time on this?
Yes.
So what you can do is you can kind of push it a little bit forward with a hack. What I did was this made my improvement exponential. What I did was after 30 minutes, I would see just one single line.
Okay.
That would give me the glimpse from which data structure algorithm it is coming from.
Mhm.
Then
Yes, I'm now following this also.
yeah,
Like instead of seeing a whole editorial, I just read the first line.
first
And
line.
if I get the hint, then I will definitely do that problem.
Yeah.
Otherwise, another 30 minutes.
Yeah, another 30 minutes.
Yes.
So if you start punishing now, your brain would know that the longer I take to give a solution to him, the longer he would keep punishing me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like if you are just directly see the edit, like it is working for me. I don't know if it is true or not. But if you start punishing yourself, like in your mind that yes, if I don't do anything, I won't sleep. I would need to do 10 questions and then I would be up. So it helps in upsolving. It helps you in improvement. And this is what like I took a very long time to come to coding, to be honest. Like I explored all possible things. Like I explored all possible course, I explored all possible free resources.
Mhm.
I went back and solved in every platforms. I spots, starting from spots at coder, beat any, like I did a very big hit around the bush. That's why I think yes, my kind of experience is helping, but I wasted a time a lot on this. But yes, that helped me a lot too. So I think that was pretty enough from our side. So if you have any queries from your end, we would be waiting for the next 5 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, I suppose, and then we would be skipping off. What is the what is rating? Could you explain us? So rating is nothing but kind of title that you get in lead code, or I can say. So how do you explain rating in your terms? What about you,
I
Ambuj?
think it's uh, I think it's like a measurement of your capabilities to solve a problem, harder problem.
Yep, it is kind like you can it is akin to the chess rating.
Yes.
If you are above 800, you would be given a title. If you are above 1200, you would be given a title. So this is all about rating in
This
competitive
is yeah,
program.
just
Yep, it is yes. Okay, grandmaster, masters are all
no.
titles.
I know about start set candidate master. I think in chess.
Yep. So no, it is like I told it is akin to chess.
Okay, okay,
It
okay.
is not the same as chess. Akin to chess. Like it's like you cross a particular rating
Yes,
and
yes,
then you attain a title.
yes, yes, yes.
Akin to chess, not really chess. Okay. How to get goodies from Geeks for Geeks? So you need to solve POTDs and then you need to redeem coins. There are multiple ways you can redeem coins. And by redeeming coins, you can get goodies from that. I think no further questions are popping in. I think we can end up this session at this point. Hi Gaurav, and let's end up this session. So that was it from my side, as well as from Ambud's side. So if you're watching the stream in the recorded version, feel free to comment and like this video so that the reach of this video could be increased and this work could be justified and more podcasts like this should come up. And in the comment section, you can suggest your next podcast topic that you want. If it is good enough, we would consider and we would have it. Okay, so let's just okay. Hi sir, I'm currently confused what language to choose, Java or C hash. I think you should go move forward with Java because it has greater community support for DSA.
I think you should move with C++.
But just to, if you are just giving two options,
Yes.
these two options, then you should go with Java. But if you have option to explore other language, if you are open to exploration for other language too, I think you should move forward with C++. How to maintain consistency and how much time to spend daily on CP. So I think you should become an extremist and you should kind of try to devote as much time, because as much
Yes.
time as possible to CP, because you won't ever get back this time again.
Yeah, definitely.
Once you join the industry, you won't ever have the time to sit back with a laptop solving questions and just seeing a page for the whole day. You won't
Definitely.
get that life back. So yep. Okay, wait, I have a question, please. Okay, I would be waiting for you for the next 30 seconds. Okay, quickly give me a rating. You're most welcome, Abdur Rashid. Okay, we would be waiting for the next 1 or 2 minutes, and then I think we are good enough. Okay. Yep. So, any ending notes from your side, Ambuj? Like, this is your first appearing in Geeks
Mhm.
for Geeks main channel. So, what is your suggestion, or what is your views on this? Like, did you like this?
Yeah, definitely. I like talking to you.
Okay. So, how to convince ourselves to move forward from a question to another question if a question is not being solved? However, I am always wondering questions around mind about question. Yep, true. So, what is your thoughts on this?
How to convince ourselves to move forward from a question to another if a question is not being solved, because it always
Like context switching from one question to another. How to do? Like if I have a question unsolved and I am still thinking about the solution, how to do context switching?
I think I am not able to find this answer because I have a lot of pending questions.
Okay.
Like I have saved that problem. I will solve this in future, and I think I save my problem, and I move to solve the next problem. Like I save my problem. I have think what I've written, what I have thought till now. Then
Okay. What I think you should do is, like I did back, like in a contest, if I'm not able to solve a particular question, then I should move back to the next question. Like this is what is expected. So to do that context
in
switching,
contest, okay, you are
in
asking
context,
in
like let's say, like not contest, like
Okay.
let's say I started solving a question.
Okay.
I invested my 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hour on that. After that, I'm fully occupied with this question.
Hmm.
Now I want to solve another question,
Okay.
but I'm still not out of that previous question.
Okay.
So how to do that context switching to a new question? What is your thoughts on this?
My thought is like if you are in solving currently a problem, okay, so if you are not able to solve, so what I did was I just copied the link of the problem and then commented like what I have thought till now. Like in future, if I come back to this problem, then I will remember what I have thought back then. Okay.
Okay.
So I save what I have like in the OS. What it does, it saves the current state and moves to the next state. I
Okay.
did that.
Okay.
Only.
So just so what I did was this didn't really help me, to be honest, because I still kept thinking about the question that was wandering in my head. What I used to do is I used to just wake up from the table and then I used to listen some music, play the whole track till I'm done, and then watch a funny clip of any movie that I have already watched. Like it would be around 3 or 4 minutes, and then I again start back with a new question. So now I can't say that you would be able to do context switching entirely. Like you are not a robot, of course. You are bound to think of your past. So, but it would help you a lot to distract you from the previous question, and like it would help you a little bit. Okay, till that extent, this is what I used to do back in my days. So I think we are good enough. Any ending notes from your side, Ambuj, or we are done?
Just be consistent.
Okay. So I think the better one would be find a reason to be consistent. Okay. Okay. So that's it from my side. So hope you would like this video, and just comment down your thoughts on this video and comment your next topic for the next podcast. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.